Entrepreneurship is a journey. It's a process of growth that you will be going through.
You are going to make decisions that maybe even end your business, and then you have to start over again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on the 7X Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Gerold and with me here in the studio, my co-host, Christian Nyambui. Christian, welcome, and thank you for being with me on the show today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gerold. Yeah.
Awesome, because if I, had to talk with myself, then people would call me weird.
No, don't worry. I'm here.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you call it a podcast if it's only one person?
Yeah, it's still a podcast.
Or is it like a pod weird? Or I don't know. Do people do that? Like a one-man podcast? I don't know. Anyway, getting right into business.
That's up to you. What do you want to do to call it?
Let's not forget why we are here today. Today we are here to talk about business, and we're going to be talking about a very important topic. So listen carefully to what we are going to talk about, and that is that today we are talking about how to grow your business or how to start your business without money. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Is it possible?
I don't know. Is it? It is.
Oh, it's crazy.
Money is one of those. I think it's one of the many excuse cards that we use why people don't start businesses.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought about this new term that we're going to be using in this podcast, and it's called faux sub.
Faux sub.
Yes, the fear of starting a business.
Oh,
faux sub.
That's nice.
Most people have faux sub, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're going to be talking about today how you can start your business without money. We're going to give you some practical tips, some things to think about, and be sure to listen all the way to the end, because we are going to give you some advice on how you can start that business that you have been talking about for many, many years. Every New Year's Eve and every New Year's morning for your New Year's resolution, I'm going to start that business, So this time we're going to help you so that you don't have an excuse of, I don't have the money. Mm-mm. You can just start with it. Right, so let's get right into business today. I was thinking about this issue of starting a business, and I think that one of the important things that we need to ask when we want to start a business is to start with why. Why is it that you want to start a business in the first place? Let's forget about whether you have money or not, whether the capital is there or not. The main question that we have to start with is, why do you want to start a business? Christian, what do you think is some of those good reasons to start a business, and what are some bad reasons to start a business?
Yeah, that depends in people. Each person have a reason why they want to do or to start a business. I wanted to start a business because at the first I wanted to make money. Mm-hmm. That's my first why, to have that financial freedom, not to depend, not to. No, I don't. I want to wake up in the morning, not stress about a boss. Yeah.
But then you have other people stressing about you as the boss.
No.
Either you're stressing about the boss or you are the boss.
But also I can say it's to me entrepreneurship. It's a calling. It's a calling. It's more than just money. It's a calling. I love helping people. If I can be able to help someone to put like a bread or food in the table, it's going to be very. I believe that God is going to bless me for that, even for eternal life, because I'm a Christian. I believe that, Yeah. So even the business that I am in, it's a business that help businesses. So imagine if I can help one business to start, or one business to start, but also to grow. And then that one day that business is able to hire thousands of people, and those people will have bread and food in the table. So that's something that drive my why. So, and it's the reason why I'm in, and I sold my soul already to this. So there's no going back. So it's focused, but no.
So let's say, so let's think about that. So let's say a person has a very good reason to start a business. And if you do have a good reason to start a business, that still doesn't mean that you can start. A good reason is not always... Good reasons don't make successful businesses, because there are a lot of people out there that have had very good reasons for starting a business, but the business has failed because there are other things that we need to think about when we start a business. It's not just I have a dream, but that there is more to business than just having a good reason, and that's a very good place to start at. But there's other things that needs to be considered for that. And I think when a person wants to start a business but they don't have any money to put into that business, I heard one person saying that he said, it's like you can run without shoes. It's still running. It's going to be harder and more difficult, and you're going to get hurt, but you can still run even if you don't have shoes. And he said that's what it's like when you start a business without money. It's like it can be done, but you have to know that it's going to take more work for it to get off the ground. Money opens doors for us. It leverages a lot of things. Things cost money, but people can start a business without having to put any money in there. We started this business without any money. We started the business, we started working in the business, we started getting clients. Our first clients, we had to borrow stuff from other from other people, and then only we started putting money into the business. So what would you say, what are some of the things where should somebody start when they want to start a business but they don't have any money to put in there?
Everything starts with the mindset that you put in, or the state of mind that or reason why you are doing it, or you want really to do it, as we were talking about why. So if your why is good, why you have to start a business, that is going to shift and then put you in the state so that you are, because entrepreneurship is I consider entrepreneurship like a war, and then all entrepreneurs are warriors. And just already to put yourself in that state of mind of, okay, I'm here to achieve something with that vision that you have of life. For example, like I said, that if this business, our business is the business of helping businesses, if we can help one business to get to bigger and hire more people, to us, we that's our goal, and we'll be happy for that. So already having that in the mind, which will put you in a mindset so that we can walk and then go, because there's so many challenges that are in this journey that are even more and worse than money. Because money, you can have a big capital and have all the fund necessary fund to start a business, but you don't start, or you fail, because it's starting a business. It's a journey. A business, it's a journey. Entrepreneurship, it's a journey, and it's a journey that have to start somewhere, and then to walk through that journey until to get to the goal where you want to go. But before you to start that journey, you have to have a good mindset, and then that which is a growth mindset, because it's a journey where you will learn while you are walking inside
to see a business as an adventure, not like an end goal. You know, it's like, I registered my company now. I have a business. And most people, when we have a logo and we have an email address and I have a bank account and I've registered my company, now I'm a business.
No,
it's like, you haven't even started nothing yet. But it's good to start, and I think that's the first point of advice that we can give to people is, yes, have a strong why. Get your mindset right in understanding why you're doing this and knowing what you're getting into. We spoke about this in the last podcast episode about mental health and how that most people suffer mentally in their mental health because they were not prepared for the mental strain of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because they go into it lightheartedly, like, I'm just going to wing it. And then you realize, wait a minute, this thing is like stressful, man. There's so many moving parts, so many things going on.
There's a lot than what media and whatever TVs tell us about businesses. So just start, Sometimes you just start, and then if you fail, it's a lesson that you learn from your failures, and then you continue.
Yeah, you have to start. You have to start. Like, stop making excuses. Whether you are busy, you are still working. I mean, if you are still working, that's the perfect time to start a business, because you can sustain yourself with your job while you are working on a side hustle. And that would be my number one recommendation, is if you can start a side hustle while you are still working, absolutely go for it. Don't leave your job in the beginning. Don't, quit everything and I'm going to start this business. You don't know what is going to happen on this adventure. Like, start your business while you still have backup, so that you have room to make mistakes, because you are going to make mistakes. You are going to make decisions that maybe even end your business, and then you have to start over again. I've started several businesses while I was still working, and all of them failed until this last one. So it's important that we start while we have the capacity, while we can have to sustain our families, to sustain ourselves, if that's possible. In some cases that might not be possible, and then you have to be very careful if you are starting a business from a place of need, because you will eat that business, because you are so desperate for money that once you start getting money, you will chow everything, because you have this amazing need in order to sustain yourself. So that's the one place.
But even that, sorry to cut you,
no,
but even that, it's something that you learn in the journey. The truth with business is there's a lot of advice that we get out before to start. Start like this, you have to be like this, you have to be. People are different, and the circumstances are different. In each, there's some who are still working. If you're still working, don't quit your job, start your business. But even you are not working, it's even a very good opportunity for you to start, because you have
all the time.
All the time. I had to quit. Why? Because I believed that what I was doing was not giving me, it was not profiting me. Because here it's more than just money. If it was just for money, I could just stay in what I was doing and I get just few that there, and I will live my life. Yeah, you see, I tried
hand to mouth businesses.
Yes, I tried to do the same thing, like while I'm working and I'm doing the business, but that didn't work because of the kind of job that I was doing. Didn't work for me. I had to stand and again. Why are you starting a business? It must not just be money, because if it's money, we'll stuck with our jobs, and then we just get what we can do and then put food in the table, and we are okay with that.
Yeah, you start to be content with what you are receiving, but there's no growth. Yeah.
But it's more than, it must be more than that, and then that comes with the vision that you have for your life, the vision that you have for your environment, and then people around you now in that environment, even your country. Because truth to be told is our countries need more entrepreneurs.
Yep. That's the only thing that's going to bring economical growth and drop the unemployment, because the government is especially in African countries, the government got no money, man.
No.
They don't have any more capacity to employ more people, So actually last year I read an article about, I'm going off the path here a little bit, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Last year I read an article that in the United States and in Europe, small businesses or entrepreneurial businesses make up to 80% of the country's employment. And that's like, if the country needs businesses. The country. So okay, so let's think from the listener's side now. Okay, so I have my mindset. And I have a good reason to start this company. My mind is clear. I know I have to start this company. I want to go for it, but I don't have the money. I don't have any money to put in. Maybe I have, let's say, 500 Rand to my name. What next?
You start.
What do I do?
Now, business, it's more than the product. There's one thing that I call a one-man business model.
Yeah.
That means that you can use your knowledge to start a business. So that starts with you sitting and then try to think, okay, what you have the why, you have all the reasons, so you have to think about what.
Yep.
What to do. Okay, there's no money, but you have you. Go sit and think about something that is specific for you. Think about that. Let's say that you don't have any skill. You don't know anything. But you can still learn.
Yep.
So if your reason to start a business is valid, if you have the mindset, now you have to start working on you. Because you can monetize your knowledge.
Yeah.
The knowledge that you have or the knowledge that you can acquire.
You need to acquire.
Yes. So
you must acquire.
So that will be the beginning of your journey of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Put everything together and then do the market research and what you want to do. And then mostly it must be something that you are passionate with. Because if you are passionate about something, you will give more, because passion it's more than just something. For example, me, I'm passionate about people. And then the reason why I wanted to go into entrepreneurship, it was to help people. Because I saw my own struggle. I saw people around me struggling.
Yeah.
I saw people around me going to work angry, some depressed, because they didn't want to go there because they are not earning enough.
Yeah. Being beaten up
every day. So I had my reason. So, okay, where can I help people? What can I do? Where can I start? Guys, you know where. I had to learn, go step by step, without any money. The knowledge that I wanted, there's YouTube, there's places where to go to learn everything that you want. Build up yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Invest on yourself.
Exactly.
There's no money to start with.
Yeah, start with yourself, because if you don't have a high value skill, then you don't have anything to trade for money.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, in the beginning, when you're starting a business, and especially if you don't have any capital, you are going to have to trade your time for money. But your time won't be valuable if you don't have a high value skill. If you can't do anything to trade for somebody that they will be willing to pay you for the time you spend on that thing, and that can be, anything, like you said, that somebody's passionate about, but you have to also think not only about what you are passionate about, but what also can be profitable. Because some things that we are passionate about you can't monetize it, and that's okay. But that just means that look for something else that maybe you still are passionate about, but you can monetize, so that you can upskill yourself, increase your knowledge, increase your skill, get some experience, do some work for free if you can, like put yourself, like first invest in yourself, make yourself a person of value. That's the most important thing, because if you are a person of value, then people will come looking for you, right? They will say, hey, I heard you can do this thing, or you can design, or you're able to sail or write copy, or you know how AI works. Like, can you do this thing for me? Can you write me a script? Can you help me shoot some photos here? Who knows? But if you have a valuable skill, if you are a person of value, then people will come to you, and that's where the business starts, because that's now where you can trade your skill and time for money. And well done, you've had your first client.
So yeah, that's very that's true. So I will, if I had to start a business from zero with no money, the first thing that I will do is first to identify the problem. Like example I gave of myself, I saw the problem around me. I saw people. I love people. Okay, I love people. But what is troubling? What's the problem that all these people are going through?
Yeah.
You identify the problem and you look for the gap, because in that time already there's more other people are trying to help the same people. So you have to identify the gap in the market. And after identifying the gap, you know the problem, you see the gap in the market. Now you have to do a market research. Because yes, okay, you started with, you have the skill, or you acquire the skill, you build up. Now you have that skill. Okay, what are you going, even before you to acquire or to try to learn something, you have, that's where you have to start with the problem. If I know the problem, I can start the problem, I can study that problem, and then try now to come with a unique solution on how to resolve that problem. And then the next step is going to be, you try now to resolve that problem. You find you look for the problem. You find the gap in the market, and then secondly, now you do the research so that you can identify the customer or how you can sell to those customers. And then now you try now to resolve that problem. You can try to resolve it by yourself, or you can try to work with a group of people. You said one thing very important of trying to work for free. So you working for free, it can be a way of you trying now to work on the process of resolving that problem. You can start as a freelancer and charge few, like just a little money, or not at all. And I always advise people to work for free at the beginning.
But I will just interject there. If you do work for free, that's good. But find a way to trade value for value. So let's say you don't feel ready to charge a client, and that's fine, because maybe you don't have any experience yet. So maybe what you can do is to let's have a gardening service, and so I'm borrowing somebody's lawnmower, or I just I'm borrowing some tools, or maybe you hire tools when you need to go, and work, or whatever the situation might be. But let's say, okay, I have something to work with. I have a little bit of skill. I've been doing research. So I have this client. Maybe I go to my neighbor's house and I say, hey, you know what? Would you mind if I come and do your gardening for you? I'm not going to charge you, but all that I would love for you to do is just to give me a video review at the end of my services. Just in the beginning, you're doing it for free, but don't lose out on opportunities to get value from that. So, okay, I'll do this for you, but will you be willing to fill up my lawnmower's, tank with petrol? And that it will be enough for that job and maybe 3-4 other jobs.
Yeah.
So find a way to exchange value for value and still use those clients, both the experience and the exposure. And sometimes you do work for exposure. You'll go to a client and you do the work and you take some photos, you take some videos, you start posting those so you can share it to show people that you are working, you can do what you are promising.
Yeah, in case that people give you that, because one thing that we have to know in the market space or in the business place is there's lack of trust.
Yeah.
People at the first, they won't trust you. Unless maybe people who are close to you, they can give you some jobs for exchange for value. So what about if you don't have that opportunity? Remember, when you are starting a business, there's a very big war in your mind. The fear of you, am I going to make it? And then that fear will be bringing you more excuses to stop, not to continue. So don't give that fear any reason of you not stopping, because by trying to change some value, some people can, the devil is not far.
So suffer imposter syndrome.
So just be ready to give some freelancing or freelancing, they pay you for that, but just to give some work for free. You said one thing very important, to get people to give you even just a review.
Yes.
And maybe just you taking picture, doing that, what you are doing. Where now I'm working here, I'm taking picture here, I'm doing this, whatever that you want to do.
Start building social trust. Social proof, because that is probably one of the biggest obstacles for small startup businesses. Like you said, trust. Trust is a major issue. So you have to work on collecting a portfolio of evidence of what you can do and what you have done, because that will be the number one thing that you run into, is the problem of trust. Like, you can have an amazing website, you can have an amazing skills, you can maybe be very eloquent in your speech, you can sell whatever, but people will say, okay, but how do I know you can really do this? So that will always be an issue.
And that's a problem, and that's one thing that's cut most people. So to be a little bit just clear is like, okay, you find your problem, learn how to resolve that problem, and then document the problem solving, how you are solving that problem. Write the processes of how you are solving that problem, because that's your business that you are starting. And then now work on break down that solution in the way that anyone outside there can use it. And then after that, give it now to people who want it. At the beginning, as we said, at the beginning you can do for free or on exchange of value, but with time you will have some just accept as well, just to work for few money, so that or no money, so that you can now start building up the fund by saving money. The money that you're getting somewhere there, and then just save it, a little bit so that you can now invest in the business. Or also, once you have the solution or you have the processes and you have you know your business model already, and then now maybe you can now look for someone that you can partner with. But it must be someone who, just look for someone that you can partner with that can add value. It can be money value, or it can be just a skill as well, just will leverage what you're doing. It's very...
Or it can also just be a collaboration with somebody, because collaborations and partnerships are great ways to leverage someone else's trust currency, and then also to get greater exposure to different networks. And that is something also that I think we can... I'm making a list of the things we are saying, and then at the end we'll go through it again just for all the listeners and the viewers to have a summary. But one thing I want to also interject there is, while you are doing this beginning phases, is put yourself amongst as many people as you can. Network. And you'll find that those networks might not turn into business immediately, and don't try to wring out business out of every event and people can smell it, It's like, this person is only, and every time I see them, they're just trying to pitch their thing, It's like, it gets overwhelming. So just be there. Let people get to know your face. Let them get to know your name, your business name. Just be exposed to you. And then the more they see you, the more comfortable they become with you. Then they'll start asking about, what do you do? Or they'll start seeing you at more things, Like, you cannot underestimate the value of networking in this, especially the beginning phases, because let's be honest, the people that know you, they think you're crazy and they won't use you, right? They're like, hey, your family members. And then the people that don't know you don't want to use you because they don't trust you. And so you need to build up that networking throughout this beginning phase. It's very important that you get in touch with people, go to events, get exposure to other people that are in the industry that are bigger than you. You can learn from them, you can ask them questions, be mentored by them. There's so much free stuff you can get out there.
So, networking is good, but you can network without building relationships. Go to network to build relationships, because people do business with people that they know. And when you go to networking, you must already have your value proposition.
And as simple as simplified as possible.
Yes.
Make it easy.
Yes. So you must already have it, and then be open to change, because more you go to that networking, you will see more opportunities in the networking that people that will put, even with people that you will build a relationship with them in that networking event, or you will start new relations. So just be open to move a little bit, even your value proposition that you have, so that you can add or you can remove. Remember, people that you are going to are people who are professionals. Don't just go to any. Yes, you can go to any, but the network where you are going must be something that is going to add more value to what you want to achieve.
Hang out with the people that you want to be like.
Yes. So that's one thing that you have to be in mind and to have in your mind, but also go there, not just you go and then you are done. Hey, hello, no. Start to build a relationship with those people. Offer your service to those people. Offer help to those people. Hang out with those people, and then look for opportunity to meet with them outside of that networking. Because most of the people that come to networking, they come there maybe for the first time or the second time, but for you to build a long-term relationships with those people, you have to look for other opportunities than that one. So build a proper one, get numbers, look for opportunities to meet those people, and be clear with what you want to achieve or what you're looking for people. And then be humble to ask for help.
Yeah. That's good.
Because remember, you don't have money. You want help. So be humble enough to ask for help. And then I'll maybe to be a little bit practical, I'll talk about you starting to build up as well your online portfolio. Social media post, but today I want to mostly to advise people to start with like a newsletter. Go on the internet, ask how to start a newsletter business. And then that's a business that you can start without money. Because even the website or whatever that there's free software out there that you can start with. Start a newsletter, and then from that newsletter, start to build now content, long form content. Because long form content will give you it will show your expertise in whatever that you know, skill that you know. And also, it will make people to see, okay, this person knows something here. Because people want to help someone who have already something. That is a psychological problem with human being. You have to have something, you have to have a skill and expose that skill. You can start a newsletter, or you can start a YouTube channel, or you can start a blog. If you can't speak in front of a camera, start a blog, and then just write. And then what are you going to write there? There's a lot of things to write about. Okay, you watch YouTube channel. Go to your favorite YouTubers. Search for them and then look for what they're doing and then learn from them, and then do now in your identity, like you do what they're doing, but in your way. That's how you are going to build the things. And with your newsletter, you can now start to build an email list. This is direct. Create something that is you can give to people freely, and build an email list from that. It's very important. Social media, they can shut it down. But your email list is going to stay there. That's where you are going to share the high value proposition that you are going to build. That way you are going to connect with people mostly more, because those people will be sending the letter, you'll be sending, or you'll be posting, that you'll build relationship with people that are far away where you stay. And that way you are going to sell your product that you are going to create. Because after doing all these things, you still have to build now a proper product that people are going to buy from you. But before people buy from you or people help you, you have to have something. So I think that's
another way to also both network and at the same time also upskill yourself is to join a professional association. So this might be whatever field you are in, whether it's businesses or property or public speaking, like we are in a public speaking association, and actually it's been a great source of networking for us and building good and strong relationships. But go join somebody that you can learn from. You can learn from other people in the trade, but also you can build strong networking with them, because when you connect with people that are in the same environment as you, you might think, oh no, these are my competitors, my enemies. But actually those people will become your collaborators, and they will become some of the people that will refer some of your first clients to you. Because a quick way to get business is to be referred by somebody that's trusted in the industry.
Yeah.
And if you build those relationships with people in that professional body or association where you can start networking with them, you can start talking with them, you can start hanging out with them, you can ask them questions, you can learn from them, you become friends with them. And when they have more work than they can handle, and maybe something that they know that you are good at, or maybe it's just something they can't do, but they know you can do it, they'll refer those things to you. And then when they refer those things to you, those clients are already sold. You don't need to still pitch to them. It's a done deal.
And then
It's
this is
free.
true. Like this is true, and then we can testify about that. You know, some of most of our first jobs, that business that we got, it was from people referring people to us, people that we build relationship through the networking event or networking place or association where we were going, and then those people started to trust us, and then they trust us with their people.
Yes.
So that's a very important.
So building network, starting to build up a list of clients through posting on social media, start collecting emails and things that you can send out newsletters and blogs and marketing material eventually when you have a product. And then I want to go back to the point where we spoke about saving up money for putting away capital. Don't spend everything that you make, but put away something. And there's two legs of branches here on what this money will be for. And I think we can mention the two and then we can talk about it. But the first branch would be, which is the highest priority, is for you to invest that money back into yourself.
To yourself, yes.
There's some skills that you cannot learn unless you put money there.
Yeah.
So also some networks you cannot access unless you put money there.
You have to pay.
So use that money from the income to first upskill yourself, maybe to get some accreditation, maybe to go on an official course where you can learn skills, where you can attend some class or something. Just reinvest that money or buy, books or whatever is needed for you to take your skill and your expertise to the next level. Then, and that depends on what business you're doing. For some people it might be then that I need to go for public speaking classes or painting classes or design classes, like official things where I can sit down and I can have a tutor to teach me. And then once you've done that and you also start paying for events where you can go to higher class events, things that have a pay gate, because, most of the big people are not going to hang out at free events. They go because they want to go to things where they know the network is rich.
Yeah.
Not just money rich, but these are qualified and skilled people. And so normally you have to pay to get into those networks. So that can be to go to paid events. That can be to join an association, but there's a membership fee for that association. So do that, invest in that, or go to some of these workshops and things like that. So invest money there, and then once you've done that, then you can start putting money into your business, because there's no point in getting fancier things, buying new stuff, but you are not growing in your skills or in your network, because you're going to be capped out, and eventually what you have and what you can do is going to be disconnected, and people are going to realize, like, okay, this guy has nice equipment, but he doesn't know how to use it. So start with yourself, and then after that, start investing in your business. Start putting that money into your business.
Remember, you are a one-person business. So you are the business, because you are selling your knowledge. So invest on you, and after that you can invest now in the business. And then other things that you can do is after you have the knowledge, you acquire the knowledge possible to do your business. There's freelancing platforms that you can offer You can go online, and it's free, like Fiverr, like is it Work?
Yeah, work something.
Yeah,
Work up or I don't know.
something like that. So there's platforms where you can go. You create a profile, you put there, and then those are international platforms. So you start to offer your skill as a freelancer there, and at the same time you are working now on the business now in the physical way until you'll be able now to have equipment, but mostly focus on because it's a skill business here, focus on education business. So you can create an online course based on the skill that you have learned. To create an online course with AI that are outside there, you have just to learn a little bit or to associate yourself with people who are doing that. But you can just do it yourself. You can do it yourself. Just give yourself, let's say, 6 months to learn, or 1 year to learn that skill, and then put it now in a proper things to that you create a course, and then now you record that course. You can even record with your phone if you don't have a camera. There's people who started like that because they didn't have cameras, and then that digital product, it can be something that you can still upgrade that when you have proper cameras. You can still redo and change, and then you can, more you grow as well, more you understand, more you know what you are doing, you can change it and make it better and better. But the most important is to start and to invest on you and put some of the money and build that digital product. And then from that, if you have already a newsletter, and then from that newsletter as well, you can monetize it with sponsor. If you grow your email list, you can monetize it with sponsorship. People can sponsor they can. Put
you can even have a paid newsletter section. There's a lot of newsletter software platforms on the internet where you can monetize it by asking people to pay, to be joined to receive that. It can be like a magazine or a newsletter or a blog. So you can have paid memberships where you share more in-depth content and so on. But I think the important thing, like you were saying, is that you need to create a product that is scalable. Because when you are, and this is another discussion also, but this is something that most people don't get, is that when you go from working for someone and you start a business and you are doing all the work in that business, you're still not an entrepreneur. You are just self-employed, and you are still selling your time for money, which is the problem you started with in the first place. I hate spending my time this way because I'm not getting enough, or I feel that this is not my passion or whatever. If you keep on selling time for money, you're going to burn out again, because you'll be limited by yourself. You'll have to be present. And that's why what you are saying is so important, because you have to create a product that is scalable. There are ways to scale services, but that means that you'll need to involve more people so that you can have more time to sell for those services. And that's why in general, services cost more than products, because it is always related to time. I like the idea of an online course, because an online course means that you are turning a service into a product. And there are many ways that you can do that. You can do it through online courses. You can do it through creating membership programs where you can coach people, where you can train people, where you can do workshops. And those are things that you can charge more for, because you are enabling other people to do what you are doing. That's what we do in our business, right? We are a business that exists for businesses. We are the gym for businesses. And so we enable businesses to do business. We enable people to start businesses. Our business is business. And so we've turned essentially a service into a product. And that is our product. And if you don't have a scalable product, you'll find it very difficult to get to that place where you have financial freedom. Because financial freedom really is just a term people throw around, but most people don't think about what is financial freedom. Does it mean I can buy anything? But most people that you ask about the true meaning of financial freedom, and you said it in the beginning, it's not that I have the money to buy anything I want, but it's that I have the time to do anything that I want. Because if you can have all the money and not have the time. You can have all the money and you don't get to enjoy your family. You can have all the money and you can't serve God because you have to work 24/7. You're tired. You have to work on Sundays, Saturdays, Monday, Tuesday, every day. And even if they pay you 10 grand a day, 20,000 grand, it doesn't matter.
You won't enjoy it.
Somebody once said, they asked this question to somebody, a couple of people actually. They did a little bit of a study on this, and they asked people that were on their deathbed. And the question that they asked them is that if you could change anything in your life, what would it be? And you know that not a single person said that I would go back and I would make more money. Because at that point in your life, money has no more value. But every single person said something to do with the time they spent with other people. It was concerning relationships. And that is what we have to understand. Financial freedom means nothing if it does not translate into relationships. Because life is about relationships. Going back to the why of starting a business. If you're starting a business to have money, which yes, businesses exist to make money. That's the very definition of a business, is an entity that generates profit, right? We always say this, the saying that if you have a business and you don't make money, then it's not a business, it's a
hobby.
It's a hobby. So some hobbies just, they need to, you can get there. You just need to
for sure
invest in that.
For sure, what is true is business is you do business to make money.
Yeah.
That's the first why. But that's why it's very weak.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a time that you get tired. I will give one the example of myself. Until I get to the point where I was like, no, I want to start now. How can I do a business? How can I start a business? I was living in a country where it's very difficult, first, to find a very good job that can fulfill me as a person, but also just help me to grow. Secondly, I was doing a job where I didn't even have time to see people. I didn't have time with people. I had to work very hard for me to make that money. And I was getting paid. I can say it was good money compared to what was in the marketplace. But I didn't have time or didn't know how I can enjoy that. It was not nice because already when it's time to go to work, go again. So money really, it's not. It's. I don't want to say that money is nothing, but I want to say that money without freedom or time to enjoy it yourself and with your people, money become bitter. And I can say it. I've been around people who have money, like serious money, but I saw those people depressed with their money. So the financial freedom, it's all about you having that freedom of, for example, we can say tomorrow I'm not going to work. But you still going to eat. Your family is still going to have. You can still be able to provide for your family.
Yes.
And you have enough time to spend with your family. And then that's the freedom, that peace. And then that's one thing that I am after, the peace of not being able to, or having to worry about how I can make the next one. And then that's become, that's a way people sell their soul just to have money. Because that freedom, that's a peace, you sell it to another person. You sell it to your business, you sell it to your boss, you sell it to whoever that's taking your time. But if you have your time and you can rest, you can sleep, you can travel, you can spend time with your wife, with your husband, with your kids, with your mother, you can have time with friends, because most people don't have that time. People spend more time at work than with their wives.
Yeah.
People spend time more.
Then we wonder why so many people get divorced.
Yes. So that's the problem, and then this problem is bigger than what we are talking about now. But that's the problem. People don't have time to spend with people, and then that's the only thing that we regret. Yeah. So for me, it was, I don't want this.
Yeah.
So I have to change it. How can I do it? Now you start to go step by step and try to get it in the way. And then even now that I am an entrepreneur and I have other people are working with us, I am always mindful of that. Of, okay, I didn't want this to happen to me. So I don't want to make other people slaves of this work.
Yeah.
So that you can give people flexibility of having that peace of working with you and that joy of working with you, so that they can enjoy even the money that you are paying them. Because if those people are not enjoying the money, they don't have that peace of working with you, it's just that business that's going to still have a big problem, because we'll be dealing with bitter people.
Yeah, then we go back full circle to you becoming the boss.
The boss, and
who stresses them out.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I would define financial freedom like this: that to be financially free is when you are at a place where your money works for you, and you don't work for your money.
Yeah.
Because for as long as you work for your money, you are selling your time. And time is probably one of the most valuable commodities that we have in this world, because we all have limited time. If you are in a place where you can get yourself, and this is probably, when you truly have a business, is when the business works for you, where your money that you've invested, the time that you've invested, it's working for you so that you don't have to work for it. I think that's the play, and because that does not mean that I need to make 100,000 rand every month to take that home, or that I need 200,000 grand in my account every month. Otherwise, I'm not financially free. No, it's like if you are in a place where you can enjoy your time and the fruit of your labor, like you were saying, and then I believe that's financial freedom, because I'm able to spend my time on things that really matter, which is people and relationships, and enjoying the world, the life that God has given to us to enjoy, the beautiful country that we are in, traveling to meet other people, investing in things that are really important to me. And like, that is a place where we are financially free. We're no longer enslaved by working for money.
I totally agree with you. But your money can be working for you, but still are a slave of that money.
Yes, that's possible.
We can see big entrepreneurs.
Yeah, because of course you can your money can work for you, but it can still control you.
Control
so
you.
That's still not financially
So
freedom, because you're
financial freedom for me is when I'm in the place where first I don't have to work for that money, meaning that the money is working for me.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I have the peace. That peace and happiness. Is it happiness? Yeah, happiness, joys. I'm that joy of, because happiness, joy is totally different. So you have that joy of just waking up in the morning, working for whatever that you can do, because you imagine you are not working, life will become bored.
Yeah.
But you can work in the time you want, and then you can do whatever you want. You can travel. You can spend with your time with your kids. You can travel with them, because that freedom gives you as well. It gives you that possibility, that capability of you trying to invest in your family. Give them good vacation. Nice place to live, nice bed. Now, just it's a joy and a peace that you don't just keep for yourself, but you share it with other people around you. And in that way, now you know that you are really financially free. Because there's people like I saw another Elon Musk. He doesn't even don't sleep even in his house. He sleep in an office. In office.
Imagine you have 20 houses, but you can't
he has
sleep
business
in any one of
that are
them.
making money for him. The business that are working for him, but he doesn't even have time.
But Elon Musk won't be financially free until he's on Mars. That's if he can build a house on Mars, that's when he will rest. So,
but it's not only him.
Yeah.
But it's I think I've been around entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
I can say 90% of them, even those one who are successful, are not financial free.
Yep.
Even myself. That's why we are fighting, no?
Yes.
To get there.
Yeah, it's a season. There will be a season where you have to make many sacrifices, and you will have to invest time and money, and especially money is a leverage. The more money you're able to put into your business, the less time you have to put in. But in the beginning, if you don't have money, you have to be ready to know it's going to cost you a lot of time. That's why we said start as soon as possible. Just start. Even if that business doesn't work out, start another one. Just keep going. Start with your business. And I want to just summarize the things that we've said, because we've said a lot, but I just want to go through some of the points here that we've written, that we've mentioned. So we said, start with why. Why do you want to start this business? Look at what is your passion. What things are you inclined to do? What area do you know you're going to enjoy this work? Because you're going to be doing a lot of it, and it's going to cost you a lot of time. And if you don't enjoy it, just stick with the work you're doing now. Then start doing market research while you are upskilling yourself to see how you can best apply your skill in order to meet a specific need that is around you, a specific market. Sell a solution, not a product. Look at the needs of people, answer their needs. Somebody once said that for as long as you're able to meet people's needs, they'll always be willing to give you their money.
Yes.
So start with a need, look at where you can fit into those needs, where you can solve problems, learn the skills, the talents, and if needed, the qualifications that you need to sell that service or that product in order to meet those needs. We said that you need to network as much as possible. Join a professional body or association to help you with that, and document your journey. As you're going on, make sure that you have social media. Start early with social media so that you can grow your social media. Start with sending out newsletters, collecting emails, collecting information, building relationships with people. And every job that you do, whether it's for free or paid, document that job. Get a review from the client if you can, as much as possible. And then as you start getting money, use that money, first of all, to upskill yourself.
In a document the solution that you are bringing in the market.
Yeah.
Because that's your business.
Yes. That
Like the process and the things, document it, because if you have it in the document, and then business, there's the state of this level where you will have to have a system for your business. Processes for your business. So those processes will evolve, but it will evolve only if you started to document them from the beginning. So you know that I can change, I can modify here, I can do this. More you grow, more those processes will change, but you must put it down, write it, and put it in a place, because that's your business that we are going to sell.
Yeah, that's important, and that can be another podcast one day. We would talk about how to build a business that you can sell one day. If you're into that kind of thing, eventually everybody has to sell their business. Okay, so start saving up capital, invest back into yourself, and then start investing into the company. And then we said, then start looking at creating a scalable product, turning your services into products so that you can scale them, so that you can release yourself from having to invest your time. That's the most important thing. Time is not scalable because you only have 24 hours in a day. You eat 2 hours of those, you sleep 7 to 8 hours of those, you talk nonsense, you can't scale time. But if you have a scalable product, then the sky's the limit, as long as you're solving a real problem or selling something that people really enjoy or they can use. Then as you create a scalable product, invest into marketing. And that's what it means to scale a product, is that if people start to buy it, then you increase your marketing. And as you increase your marketing, your sales increase, then your marketing increase, then your sales, and that's a scalable product. And then when you do that, now set up the business so that the business is able to work for you and you don't have to work for the business. And then at that point, congratulations, you are now an entrepreneur. It's a journey, and it can be a long journey. So be patient. As you go through this journey, you're going to make many mistakes. There will be many disappointments, but be patient and keep going. Don't stop. If you fail, get up, try something new. Don't be afraid to pivot, to change your methods, to change your product, to change your services, to change your approach. But just keep going, and your business will definitely succeed in the end. Right. I don't know, Christian, is there anything else you would like to leave with our audience other than that? Maybe you can talk about if there's anyone listening to this podcast and perhaps they would like us to help them how to start a business and build a business, then maybe you can tell them a little bit about the service that we can provide to help them.
We are talking about how to start a business without money, meaning that we are in front of us people who want to start businesses. So Oxano7, we have a startup program that we do is a consulting, but we can do more than that. So we help people who want to start their business. You can contact us. Whatever that we talk about here, we can help you really from the idea that we have to where you can scale your business, as we mentioned the processes. So to us, entrepreneurship is the journey. And then this can be my last thought is entrepreneurship is a journey. And the journey starts with point A. And then you are walking to a point B or C, or no matter your vision is. But in the middle of that journey, it's a process of growth that you will be going through. So don't be difficult on yourself. Don't be scared to start. Don't fear the failure or what people are going to think about you. In any case, those people are going to think about something. If you don't do that, they will think about something. If you do that, they're going to think about something. If you fail, they're going to think about something. If you make it, they're going to think about something. There will be always something people will think, because most people don't do that because they're scared about what people are going to say. So in this journey, it's first you and people that you are trying to help. So start. If you don't start, just imagine that you don't start. How many people are going to suffer?
And then someone else starts with the same idea, and then you want to cry.
Yeah, but not just that, but also just the purpose of this life.
Yeah.
What are you willing to achieve? Why are you willing really to start that business? And how are you going to feel if you don't start it? If you don't do that, are you going to be happy with that, with your life? So just start and walk in that journey, and then just trust the process. Trust the process, and then the most important things, it's going to be your mindset. And then that mindset must be a growth mindset. Learn from your mistakes, learn from the process, connect yourself, build up yourself, you will grow. It's like a child. You were a baby, and now you're a person that want to start a business. So just think about that.
Well, thank you so much, Christian, for those good and awesome words. I think those are things to really think about. And to all our listeners and viewers as well, if you're watching, thank you so much for joining us today for this episode of the 7...
Subscribe to our...
the 7X,
yes.
The 7X Growth
Follow
Podcast.
us, please.
Remember to subscribe and to follow us so that you can get more value. And to remember that you are welcome to send us a message, send us a DM or an email if you would like us to help you start your business or to take your business to the next level.
Connect with us. Don't be scared of money. We are talking about starting a business of money.
And don't have FOSOB. Remember FOSOB, fear of starting a business. Let go of your FOSOB. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next episode.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.